Hey everyone, this is LuckySevenDX. Welcome back to Let's Play Mario Luigi Bowser's Inside Story. In the last episode, we explored Peach's castle. We had to find a rare entrance into the castle because the front door is locked. Heaven forbid the miracle cure can't break through a front door or something, but apparently that's not what we can do. So in this episode, guys, we're gonna have to go and see what's back here in the very back part of the courtyard. Supposedly supposed to be some sort of entrance here or something here that'll be able to help us along the way. But before we're going to do that, we're going to heal up because, as you guys might expect, there's going to be a boss coming up in this area. I mean, why not? It's been quite a long time since we had a real boss. Well, I guess we have the shrooms. They should technically count. But in terms of, like, main story boss, we haven't had one in a long time. So, of course, you know, we're getting close to the point where we're actually done with the Mario and Luigi section. Finally, you know, after how many episodes? It's only been, like, a good, like, 10, maybe not quite 10, but, like, tons of episodes since we last saw Bowser, so will we be able to see him finally in this episode? We're gonna find that out right now, and we're gonna head right over here to get right to the boss, just right away in the beginning of this video, because that's just what we do here. We just go straight to the bosses, no mucking around, no silly side quests, just straight boss on Mario/Luigi action, because that's what we do here. Anyways, Midbus, the one-time Mario, Luigi, and Midbus meet, which is kind of cool. And Stylo seems to not like him at all. And yes, it is a him. Some people have called me out in the comments, being like, "It's a guy." Well, screw it. I like the idea of having a female version of Bowser. That would be just kind of funny. And not Bowletta. She doesn't count. Ew, no. But like, you know, it's like a Birdo to Yoshi, that kind of thing. I think that would be kind of neat. But apparently, you know, that's just not how the lore is. This little pig armadillo thing. I think it's supposed to be a mix between a pig and an armadillo. Anyway, it summons an almighty, impossibly difficult boss. Yes, boss. A trash can, which then completely breaks. Not the most threatening boss in the world, that's for sure. And then it just starts dancing. I have to admit, that thing's a pretty darn good dancer. Do the Junker, and that's the name of the boss, is the Junker. But then the remote breaks, and all of a sudden it works now, which is just kind of weird. So basically, we fight a giant walking trash can robot. I'm sure there's been worse in Mario and Luigi games. As you can see, all of our special attacks have up arrows, and that's because we have the special attack boost from our Masterware. So these attacks are going to be doing quite a bit of damage, and I'm okay with this. So basically, what's going to happen is, well, we're just going to go ahead and use Falling Star, get ourselves a ton of stars up in here, and hopefully do some massive damage to the boss. And boom! As you can see, that's about, I'd say, close to 500. Yeah, 481 damage right there. And I believe it also caused the defense down status. I didn't actually see. I think it might have caused the defense down status on top of it. Now, Junker can summon little trash can buddies to help him, which is why Snack Baskets can be a very useful skill in this, against this boss, because they can pretty much just kill trash cans while still damaging him. Another attack he uses, he'll throw a trash can on your bro's head. He'll wander around randomly. You can only control him by jumping to prevent him from walking, and by doing that you have to dodge. Well, you have to dodge the falling thwomps that he throws. He has thwomps! Where does he store all those thwomps? Why can't I hold all these thwomps? I don't even know. But like I said, Snack Basket's very good against these trash cans. They'll just do normal attacks, but Junker can also use them as a weapon in battle, so you do want to get rid of them as soon as possible, because as we're going to see, it's probably his most threatening attack. Speaking of threatening attacks, I don't think I even get to see one of his attacks, if I remember correctly. As you might expect, with all these beans, I actually have quite a bit of decent power at the moment. But as you can see, different enemies will come out of the trash cans and attack you when you defeat them, which is kind of a little annoying. Oh, I did get the defense drop on Junker. That's cool. But yeah, the Chompo attacker, bro, the fish will sort of swarm around a bro, you have to hit up your hammer, just all this different kind of stuff. I think there's like 4 different kinds of enemies that can come out of the trash cans, so do be careful, do be ready, and that isn't something kind of tricky, because, you know, it's kind of hard to tell, oh, it's going to be this coming out of the trash can, I better prepare for it, because, you know, it's sort of like last second decisions, which aren't necessarily the easiest thing to dodge. Anyway, with the defense down, plus the ability to use Magic Window, we're going to do a ton of damage. That wasn't even that bad, and that was still 527 damage. Magic Window, just so powerful. Anyway, at some point in the fight, Junker's actually going to take Luigi, throw him into a trash can. So what you want to do with Mario is obviously want to free your brother. If you don't see which, the trash cans will mix up over time as well. And here's how the trash cans attack. They'll actually rush at you. Well, unless Junker uses them for an attack, in which case he's going to empty a bunch of enemies out, some skeletons. If it's a cheap, you do not jump. Do not jump for the cheap. But as you can see, the trash can will rush at you. If you hold out your hammer, it'll slow down to come to a skid. you need to hit it with its hammer before it stops and closes. So it's kind of like the Sniffle Flumps in that you have to sort of time your attack in order to get it to rush at you with the right timing to hit it. Otherwise, it'll sort of stop and thwart your plans, which is not what you want to do. Not the easiest attack to dodge when you have to do that sort of hammer timing thing. Anyway, we get one of these thwomp attacks. You know, despite us being so overpowered, Junker's still not going to be that easy of a boss. Like, despite all the damage we can do, he can still be a decently potent boss, so don't, you know, overestimate him. I'm going to go ahead and... what do I want to use? Mighty Meteor? Why not? We can see if we get some items and maybe, I don't know, kill the trash cans along the way. I screwed that up horribly. Wow. Massive meteor failure. Dang. That was pretty bad. And as you can see, if you hammer too late, he'll just hide. You won't take damage, and then he'll actually just, you know, avoid you. But now we have all of these. No, you can't attack after something. That's not cool. Bomb. Ow. Yeah, as you can see, the timing for dodging these enemies is a little like weird. I'm just taking a lot of damage, especially from the cheap cheeps, because I expect to jump over these bombs. I think I'm jumping a little too early. You have a little bit more time to dodge than I think you do. So I did take a ton of damage over there, but we'll go ahead and heal ourselves up using our badge, because that's what we can do. And then I guess we could try one more Mighty Meteor and see if we actually do this a little bit more successfully. Can we get an item from this? It'd be kind of cool. Maybe destroys a trash can along the way. As you can see, snack baskets is by far the easiest way to get rid of these trash cans appropriately. Otherwise, I mean, just these other attacks, they just don't compare to the power of snack baskets. Because as you can see, I don't even know, did I even kill one of these I don't think I killed a single one. Okay, I killed that one. And it's a News! I missed you, News. He'll attack in typical News fashion. Oh, I killed two of them. Okay, that's good. But I didn't kill the third one, and Snack Baskets just overall, when there's this many enemies in the field, just does more damage. So, in the end, not a bad idea to use it. Anyways, I'm just going to go straight for the single attack. Thanks to those who confirmed that Falling Star is just a single target damage. So really, Snack Baskets is our only, you know, area, like, equally damaging to all enemies area sort of attack. So, we'll have to keep that in mind for the future. We're going to go ahead, get ourselves a ton of stars here, and see if we can do some massive damage to Junker. Boom, boom. Defense down again. Gee, that defense down happens a lot. That's another full 500 damage right there. So Falling Star and Magic Window. All the damages. So much damage. And then the little trash can just appears. He's like, you killed my Poppy. I'm gonna run away. You killed my Pappy. And for once, the one time I don't really even care to get the gear bonus, we actually get the gear bonus. So, Junker does have a hidden item. It is, Special Gloves, which I believe will increase, it either makes it, any really, I actually, look at the description before I remember, because it's either something to do with, the special attack power. I don't think it's special attack power, I think it's an SP related thing, but we'll see. Anyways, as you can see, we have ranked up in star rank, so we've gone from Shiny to Star. We can now access the Super Elite Shop, which is pretty darn awesome. I am okay with this. We will definitely be doing that at some point when I actually go wander around the bros for a little bit, because there is going to be a little bit of side questy stuff I'm going to do within the next few episodes, just to wrap up stuff. And I'll probably go grab some equipment from the bros when I do, because there's one really good piece of clothing that definitely is worth stopping by to get for the bro that doesn't have the Master Wear. As you can see, though, double level up all the way across the sky once again, which is pretty awesome. All the way up to level 26 now. I'm okay with this. We're going to rank up our power, get ourselves some more power, and, yeah, things went pretty well. Like I said, though, we did miss a special attack of Junker. Junker can also, I believe he rolls a giant, he rolls like a bunch of piles of trash at you, and you have to jump on top of them, and then use them as like a platform to jump over Junker. I'll probably show that off when we fight Junker X, because he's gonna get those ones are gonna get to the point where I'll actually have to they'll actually put up a decent fight. So I'm sure we'll see that attack with it then when we do it then. Anyways, as you can see, Junker's just sort of rampaging around, just throwing all the stuff everywhere, destroying all the things, throwing a safe with Bowser inside it on a platform. So now Bowser is alive again. He's out of the safe. He seems a little worse than the wear. I mean, if you're cramped up in a safe for that long, things would kind of suck for you too. Also, shortcut is shortcut. So there we go. We got a shortcut. As you can see, this is where the Bowser's Castle pipe and the Peach's Castle pipe into Bowser is. Something like that. There's also a BM there. Don't forget it. But this basically marks the end of the Mario and Luigi section. There is no way for Mario and Luigi to enter the castle at the moment, so it's going to be up to Bowser to break inside Peach's castle. I mean, he must be a pretty darn big pro at that by this point, of how many times he breaks into Peach's castle and captures Peach. He must be a pro. Okay, it does raise special attack power. I lied then. So you can combine that with Master Wear to get probably a pretty large amount of special attack boost, which is pretty awesome. I'll go ahead and just throw the Dizzy Boots on here for now, and all my good stuff, and then we shall go ahead and go back inside Bowser's body, because Bowser, he's laying there, he seems in a lot of pain, and we're going to need to go help him out, get him back on his feet, so we can go ahead and basically revive him, use him to break inside Peach's castle, use him to do Fawful. Believe it or not, that actually marks the end of all Mario and Luigi sections outside of Bowser. So we won't ever, besides just side quest stuff, we won't ever really need to leave Bowser ever again. Bowser is going to be our offensive force on stopping Fawful. This is his story. I mean, this is Bowser's inside story, but it's really Bowser's story. This is where Bowser gets his crowning moment of awesome. He's going to storm inside Peach's castle and save the world, whether he intended to or not. But first, of course, we do need to revive him. Mario and Luigi is still an integral part of getting him on his feet, getting him powerful enough, and I, for some reason, have trouble climbing these stairs. My goodness. Because we want to go over here, we want to talk to Tobert, because there's a section over here, and we're going to want this code right here. You mentioned something about T, so memorize that code, ABXYLRYXBA, I think? I forget if it's LRRL. It's one of those two, because we're going to want it right here, in the Lumber Nuke, because Toadsworth! I've missed you so much, dude. You really have not been in this game that much at all, and that makes me rather sad. But luckily, we do get a classic Toadsworth moment right here, and that makes everything okay. So Bowser's hurt his back. This is the place to repair his back. So what we need to do is loosen it up again. And what we need to do is basically, this spot right here, we need to stimulate it. So Toadsworth sort of gives a hint as what we're going to need to do. He's trying to drill into the back. But of course, we have a better drill than his tiny little stick. We have our bodies! Our bodies are ready to drill. And this is one of the more interesting sections of the game. Probably one of the more famous sections of the game. Because basically what happens is, we drill in here, and unless you know the code, you're in for a very long wait. Because it's the tea time break. That's right, guys. There's actually a tea time break. And it's pretty funny. So what's going to happen right now is basically Toadsworth and Tobert are going to have a cup of tea while they watch us dig. And as Toadsworth hints, it takes a very long time to repair a back. And that is true. I mean, I imagine it would take a lot of digging to stimulate the back. So basically, we get this little, basically the game's like, hey, take a break from playing, set the DS down and go do something else. And that's actually what it expects you to do. It says take it slow, go for a rest. Even the little system text there says, you know, take a little rest. When Bowser's back is better, Toad's alarm will ring. And this will take about 5 or 10 minutes of it, literally just this. Of them just having tea. Like, it's a cool idea, but it's kind of weird. But it kind of works at the same time. Basically, they're just going to sit there and dig forever. However, if you know the code, you can input the code, which I just did. And it'll speed up the process to a matter of seconds. So luckily, there is a way to bypass the 10-minute break if you know what you're doing. Otherwise, you're kind of stuck for a long time. Which, I've actually done the wait out before just for the sake of it. And it does take, I think, about 5 to 10 minutes. I forget exactly how much. It's not that bad, but it is, you know, kind of like, you know, why waste that time? That's time of gaming you can never get back. You know, gotta use every moment of gaming you have available. That's what you learn as a little kid. Life lessons. Anyways, basically, Bowser has now learned a new move thanks to our back, because our back stuff. You know, when Tobert's around, there's always gonna be a new move to learn, and we've learned the spike ball move. Basically, he's now so flexible he can curl up on a ball and roll around, and this is how we finally get those dirt patches we've been seeing all game. Those dirt walls, because we can basically use the spike ball. It's also a really fast way to move. Lets you go over sharp things without taking any damage, because we can't do that normally. And then we can also, you know, yeah, so like I said, it doesn't hurt at all. And you can also climb up walls with that, which is pretty awesome. I'm not sure that's how climbing up walls work. I don't know if a spike thing like that would be that great of a way to climb up stuff and defy gravity. But apparently, it's good enough. But yeah, Bowser, we're in Peach's castle. We need you to rescue the princess. And apparently he's all for it this time. He's all for being a hero and rescuing the princess instead of kidnapping her for once. Kind of funny how, you know, things sort of work out like that. Anyways, yeah, as you can see, pointy stuff hurt Bowser. Do not want. But what we can do for the rest of this episode is find a way to get inside Peach's castle. But first, what we're going to do is go shopping and heal, because why not? It's Monsieur Broke, which is pretty awesome. And so yeah, negative ions, blah blah. We know how this whole thing goes, and we're gonna buy some gear. So what you might want to do is like, hey, there's a new shell, and it gives a lot of defense. I should probably buy it. Don't. Even though it gives an extra 120 defense, don't, because we're about to get something a lot better in this episode, guys. But first, what we need to do is actually find the warp outside. But first, I should fight one of these guys as Bowser, shouldn't I? That would probably be a good idea. So boom, punch in the face, because these actually are a Bowser enemy. So now we get to fight them as Bowser, which is pretty cool. Now, if they try to do their dive attack, just put your shell up on them, and they'll just sort of, well, actually, they damaged me. If you do it long enough, they'll take damage instead. You have to time your shells so they can, they get the full brunt of the shell. And then, of course, this attacking is just like use the hammer on them, just punch them in the little thing. And if they're blue, they'll not attack. If they're yellow, they will. So, kind of random chance there. Maybe we can get one that works this time. That will, well, okay, we can just kill it instead. That works too. I mean, either way, it does do a lot of damage to them. They are pretty weak enemies. I mean, they were Mario and Luigi enemies, so what do you expect? And I totally forgot to get the Blitty there. Should have picked up a Blitty. Oops. But level 21 already for Bowser. I'm okay with this. I guess I'll pick up the Blitty next episode. I'll just do next episode to get actually the remaining Blitties in the game. Surprisingly enough, we're almost at the point where we can get every single remaining Blitty. There's only 4 left. And believe it or not, we're going to encounter a lot of Bowser enemies in the next sections. But the warp is right there. There's nothing down here that's of interest, really. All this is really is a path to get outside Peach's castle. Oh, you know, this would make a decent path to get to, you just go through Toad Town and get to Monsieur, or not Monsieur, Madame Broke, or whatever her name is. Madame La Massage Person. But as you can see, we can make our way over to the front door, but there's no reason to go over here yet, so I'm not going to do that. We're actually going to go to the warp, and warp around. I guess I could, yeah. Spoilers, I forgot to get the Blitty in this section as well. But here's how you do this thing properly. I was trying to fight this guy because sometimes a Monty Mole shows up in the fight, just like they do against Mario and Luigi, and then you can actually kill the Monty Mole in battle, which is kind of cool. But seems to be a rare thing for Bowser because I couldn't get that encounter to happen. Oh well, like I said, I'm gonna go Blitty hunting for everything next episode. That's kind of my mistake, I guess. Anyways, we're traveling. We're doing some side quest stuff. Well, mostly the side quest stuff is basically going to mean going to Cavi Cape, because there's something rather important over here that we should be picking up. And I'm gonna go ahead and cut to it. This path up here, way back at the beginning of the game, there's a dirt path, and inside this dirt path is a block. Inside this block is the ironclad shell, one of Bowser's 2 best shells in the entire game. This one gives a whopping 200 extra defense, gives like 300 defense total. Bowser's up to 400 defense now, which is huge. That's a huge amount of defense. Believe it or not, though, that's really the only thing we can get the Spike Ball. There are other side quest stuff we can do, but I'm going to wait till we go a little bit inside Peach's castle first, because there's going to be goodies we can get over there. Speaking of goodies, that's what we're doing next episode, guys. So this is LuckySevenDX signing out. See you guys next time for more Bowser's Inside Story. We're going with Bowser now. Excellent.